right, good morning, everybody. 9 o'clock in New York. Is the deck about to be reshuffled in the race for the Republican nomination? The candidates trying to ride the post-debate wave while Donald Trump says everyone thinks he's the winner. Many giving the nod instead to the only woman on stage, but can Carly Fiorina transform that buzz into real support? A lot of questions now. On a Friday, welcome to America's Newsroom. I'm Bill Hemmer. What's happening? Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Hello, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum. So Carly Fiorina clearly getting a lot of positive reviews for her debate performance, and with that comes some new attention, and you know what comes with that, right? New jabs from none other than Donald Trump, who yesterday called out Fiorina's record as an executive. Watch.
People have to learn. I thought I'd wait a couple of days before I expose her business failure, but honestly, it's so ridiculous. So with Carly, she did a terrible job at Lucent. She did a terrible, terrible, terrible job at Hewlett-Packard. Terrible job. I just don't see how she can get over that hurdle. In addition to which, she cut thousands and thousands of jobs, and they're still cutting them.
Well, Chris Darwell is our Fox News digital polished editor. We would never use the word terrible with you, my friend. Good morning to
you.
Let's start with Trump 36 hours later. Can we say whether he lost ground or gained ground, and then we'll pivot to Fiorina. Go.
Well, look, I think the deal for Donald Trump is that for core supporters, if you like Donald Trump, you didn't see anything in that debate that would change your mind. You didn't see something that said, no, I don't like that guy. I think overall, though, and this may be just the fault of how long the debate was, he did seem a little, to borrow his phrase, low energy as the debate went on, and he definitely struggled with Fiorina. She is definitely, and you can see this by the fact that he is still on the attack with her, that she somehow is the candidate that has taken up some real estate inside the Trump Tower.
With regard to the attention that comes with Donald Trump, this is kind of how he phrased it last night with Sean Hannity. Watch here.
Mike Huckabee, who's a terrific guy, said to me, I'm going to attack you because the only way I'm going to get some publicity out of this is to attack you. And he was kidding. We were just having fun. But he was having a hard time getting some airtime. He said, the only way I'm going to get airtime is to attack you. And we laughed.
We laughed. He did not use the word terrible in that answer. Move to Carly Fiorina now, because the focus is shifting toward her. As you would say, she is now in the barrel. So what now?
Every success, every rise in politics, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if you get ahead, all of these campaigns have opposition research. They have negative points that they've been holding back just in case, and they've got it on They've got it on Rick Santorum. They got it for anybody who, if they became a problem, if they showed up, you start dumping it on that candidate. So she has her moment. She gets all this attention. She is the clear, obvious winner of the debate. She wins the debate, and then she says, "I'm here," and they said, "Oh, good. We're glad you arrived. Here is £1 billion of ordnance that we're going to drop on your head."
So, for folks like you, how do you judge if she can turn the buzz into a serious, lasting, contending campaign?
Well, look, obviously we care a lot about how fundraising goes. We care about how good she is at organizing campaigns, how good she is at structural stuff. But the biggest thing right now is they have to survive over the next month until there is another debate. It's more than a month until there's another debate. They've got to keep going in that space. And for Fiorina's campaign, it is making clear that she is a real contender for the general election and combating these arguments. And that's why that's what we'll see her doing.
Yeah. One more point about Trump. Did you see Politico this morning? They're writing a piece about whether or not the Trump fever has broken. Can we evaluate that now?
Look, these folks, the people in my business, write stuff like this all the time. Editors say, well, it's Friday. We got to have something. So has the fever broken? Is today the day? Is this the thing? I'd say don't waste your pixels on doing that kind of stuff. Watch the longer trend line. See what's happening. There's nothing that's happened so far that indicates that Donald Trump's support is substantially different than it was in the middle of July, which is to say that for about a quarter, maybe a little more of the Republican Party, they were digging what he's saying. We haven't seen anything that shows that is different yet.
Well stated. And by the way, he's just one tweet away from another 24 hours of news coverage.
You never know.
Indeed. Thank you, Reverend. Talk to you soon,
brother.
Chris Darwell. Martha.
Speaking of Mr. Trump, he is coming under some fire this morning for failing to correct a supporter at a New Hampshire town hall event who said that President Barack Obama was a Muslim. Listen to this exchange.
We have a problem in this country. It's called Muslims. We know our current president is one.
Right.
You know he's not even an American.
We need this
birth
question. This is
certificate,
the first
man.
question.
But anyway, we have training camps growing where they want to kill us. That's my question. When can we get rid of
We're going to be looking at a lot of different things. And, you know, a lot of people are saying that, and a lot of people are saying that bad things are happening out there. We're going to be looking at that and plenty of other things.
You heard him say, so this is the first question in the middle of that question that was asked, and he's getting a lot of talk about this morning. He issued this statement. Quote, the media wants to make this issue about Obama. The bigger issue is that Obama is waging a war against Christians in this country, he says. Christians need support in this country. Their religious liberty is at stake. So that is his parry on what happened yesterday.
And meanwhile, the New Jersey Governor Chris Christie calling out Trump on immigration. Governor Christie saying that Trump's idea to build a wall and deport millions of illegals simply is not doable. Instead, suggesting his own alternative. Here he is.
Donald's saying he's going to get rid of all of them within 2 years. That's 15,000 people a day, every day, for 2 years. It's not going to happen. So what I'm saying is let's enforce the laws. Let's enforce the laws, Sean, in this way. Let's make E-Verify happen immediately. And anybody who employs someone who's here illegally will get double the fine. The fine will be double whatever they make off those folks. That's the way you'll dry it up, and then those people will leave on their own. But they're not going to leave. If what we're going to do is have a police state, we're going to round everybody up that way. I know this because I did this for 7 years. There are not enough police officers to do it.
Wow. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is in our green room right now.
He is.
He's coming up in a moment here. We'll talk to him live at 9:15. Post-debate stuff. We'll talk about his strategy and a lot coming up in a moment. Back to this whole Muslim conversation last night in New Hampshire. Hillary Clinton was out this morning tweeting Donald Trump not denouncing false statements about POTUS and hateful rhetoric about Muslims is disturbing and just plain wrong. Cut it out -H, which signifies that she wrote the tweet. Christie was asked about it on the Today Show this morning. He said, I can't speak for Donald Trump, but, you know, you got to make that call when you're in the room. If it were him, he said he would have corrected the record. Kind of like what John McCain did a couple years ago.
Exactly. And that's the moment that comes to mind. Somebody said a similar thing in a John McCain forum, and he said, no, ma'am, the president was born here and is a Christian, and I take him at his word. So Donald Trump, you know, opened it up to questions, and he's going to do more of that in these town halls. A lot of these folks, Chris Christie's one of them, who've done 1 million of these town halls, and you get used to handling these questions and handling them well. So we'll see how he fares.
The governor's on deck, so stand by for that.